All right. First thing I'll have each of you do is just introduce yourself to everybody in the room. Go ahead and start, Greta.
My name's Greta Van Calcar, and I am an assistant coach for the distance team at CMU.
I'm Brooke Miller, and I run for the track and cross country team.
I'm Chase Brown. I also run for the track and cross country team.
Greta, we'll just start with kind of a recap of the Lewis meet that everybody ran at. Women finished 10th. Guys looking for a bounce back coming up with the RMAC meet. Just kind of a little recap of that meet at Lewis.
Absolutely. I mean, it was a tough travel day, and then we got there, and there was 52, 54 teams at the race, and the women, they killed it. They got out. They did exactly what we expected them to, and they executed it beautifully. And they're got nothing but more in the tank for next time. And the men, they really did make a comeback in the race. It was just a bummer with that many people when you get out and you don't quite get in the position you want to be in. It's really hard to move up when there's that many people. So I think the men are all eager to get back out there, wanting a little bit more, and have the potential to do so much more. And our women they're on the right track.
Chase, for you, you're one of the veterans of the group, competed at the RMAC Championship last year. What can you provide the group, the men's team, heading into this weekend's RMAC Championship meet?
Yeah, I think this year we've just been very process oriented, and I think that's gonna, help us get everything in the right spot going into the conference meet. Last year we performed not exactly how we wanted at this meet. So I think this year we're going to try to bounce back from Lewis and have a pretty good performance. So, yeah, I think we're ready.
And Brooke, for you, kind of on a personal level, 800-meter runner by trade, tested cross country again this year and really, really having a good year. What's been that transition like going from an 800-meter runner to a cross country runner?
It's been different for sure. The workouts are a lot longer than I'm used to, but it's been a good transition for sure. The 800 kind of goes well with cross country. It's just a little bit longer, but the process has been really good.
Then Greta, for you, new to the program this year, local standout, ran at a really high level. What can you bring to both the men and the women's teams in any facet?
I'd like to think that I can bring I've been through this. I've been through the experience, and at a D1 level, there's a lot of intensity. And I think that our team is good enough to be at that intensity. And so I think I can bring some insight on that and let these kids know that this is part of it, and the hard work is part of it, and it can be fun. We can be a family. I also, really enjoy everybody on the team. I think that I've built some really awesome relationships that I've enjoyed this coaching experience so much more than I thought I would. And I hope that I'm bringing them that friendship, that, relationship that they're bringing me. I think that it's been a really fun experience, and I get to pace the kids. So for the women's team, I think we can have some really good workouts together, and I'm able to kind of get in shape with them. And I don't think the workouts are as scary, and the men's team are just a hoot. So it's been super fun, and I hope that they have enjoyed me as an assistant coach.
Say, Brooke, what do you look for going into the conference meet? This is the big time now. I mean, you had the huge race a couple weeks ago, and now this is for the conference and some of the best teams in the nation.
I think going into this weekend, as a team and individually, just trying to continue to focus on the process and just do the best we can every time and just continue to get better and just focus on what we can control. I think that's part of the biggest thing, is just running our races and making sure that we don't get too stressed out about the fact that it is a conference championship weekend, but also just focusing on the things that we can do right to make that go well.
I mean, not only have you transitioned from 800 to cross country, you grew up in Alaska, and now you're running, in Colorado where it's, yeah, it's going to get cold, but it's not Alaska's cold. And how has that helped you? How has it been to adjust the last few years?
When I first got here, it was a lot. The elevation change was a big jump, but I definitely, I don't know. I think it's been a pretty good transition. The weather, it's variable here, so it's pretty cold in Alaska, but honestly, it's gotten as cold as it's got where I live there. So it's been similar at certain times, but the heat was also a big adjustment at first. Yeah. So it's been good though.
For the guys, is it just trying to find the right start and kind of figure out the right pack mentality for the race coming up this weekend?
Yeah, I think one of the big things that went wrong at Lewis was we just didn't get out hard enough. And I think in this race, it's going to be a little bit smaller. So I think it's going to be easier to get to the front. It's not going to be so crowded. So that's going to be one of the things we're focused on. Just having confidence on the line and knowing that like we can perform well. We've performed well in the past at the conference championship. And I think that's something that we take pride in and we can do that again. So yeah, that's going to be our focus going into this race.
All right. Question of the day. Favorite Halloween candy?
I mean, I'm more of a gummies person anyways, so probably like sour gummies, any sour worms. If there's like a spooky version of it, that's the one.
I'm just going to have to go with the peanut M&Ms on this one.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Kit Kats. I feel like those are a good option.
Perfect. Thank you. Appreciate it.